this Web2 space is actually going to, if you are thoroughly into the Web2 space, if you learned very well in the Web2 space, you know that one thing that actually stand out in data analysis is doing your research. You have to be able to do your own research yourself. You have to be able to actually go and research things. Being an analyst does not mean that you will be writing. I mean, even analysts, sometimes it is not even code that is even going to solve that problem that you're looking for. It's just it's just being somebody that is very, very curious and having a problem solving mindset. The Web3 space is actually like the Web2 space. It is going to still come down to where the Web2 space is. It's just that now we are just laying the foundation now so that it can actually come down. I mean, people are building a lot of crazy stuff out there that are actually going to bring it down. There was one that I even saw. There's this PayBTC. I mean, PayBTC you can use it to pay by you can do crypto transaction, Bitcoin transaction. There's even I saw one. There was one that you posted that you can recharge using crypto. And you see, that's a very, very big deal. People are going to need analysts in this space very much so. That is why we are trying to prepare ourselves for that next wave. And once that will come, I bet you everyone that is learning on chain analysis is going to actually benefit from it. So you have to just be a researcher, be learning. Don't rush it too much. Don't rush it. Technology, it is very, very broad. Even Web2 has not finished developing. Web3 is here, so you should just put your focus on one. I see a lot of people, they are trying to learn this one down on chain analysis, go into the way. If you are learning on chain analysis, focus on even the on-chain analysis, focus on one ecosystem that you want to actually analyze. You understand that ecosystem very well, and then you can know the problem of that ecosystem. When you know the problem, you can actually solve problem. Okay, this is the analyst is just most times. What does being an analyst mean? It's just that you can identify pattern in things. You can look at this and see that okay, these things are not falling in line. Okay, the history of all these things that is happening. It is not just I want to be an on-chain. It is not honestly. Being an analyst is not interesting because you have to be reading a lot. And if you want to, I mean, Gideon, yeah. Gideon is a very, very good read. I mean, I don't really like reading, but I force myself to read. But that's just that. You know what? One thing, and let me even say this: when I was coming into the data space, why I actually choose data analysis was because I thought, well, I'm not going to be writing code. Gideon, I thought I'm not going to be writing code. I thought I'm not going to be doing. But now,
yes. Here's the thing. I don't think that we write as much code as developers do, but I mean, you will still write some. You still need to know your way around the code, right?
Yeah. I mean, so man, I just had to just start doing those things that I said.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So I think if we don't have any question, we can just please any question, any observation, anything that okay. And another issue is that people are complaining that they can't download from the Google Drive that was set. So the thing is, the idea now is, I think Google Drive does not allow one to download anymore. You have to just watch it online. And we at Spoon Africa, we're actually trying as much as possible to make this accessible, even if you want to download it. So we are looking at other routes that is going to be accessible to the users. And then once we actually get that, once we are able to do that, we're actually going to let everyone know that you can actually download it. Please just bear with us for now. So please, any question, I will be taking question before we start.
All right, so we do not have questions, but we have feedback.
Okay.
So I'm saying it's been amazing. I can't wait to dive deep. Easy Trend is saying that they are new here, and Boba Yakubu is saying Dune is very interesting. So I mean, if you have any feedback that you don't think is even positive, like just let us know. Feedback is data. Yeah. Is someone trying to speak?
I don't like all these things. I don't like how like if you see something, you need to ask the new
Okay. All right. I guess we can. If you're ready for us, Mohammed, we are ready for you.
Okay.
When you didn't see them, you ask.
And if you have any questions, or if you'd like to still share some feedback, feel free to do it as the call progresses. Right. So let's give some attention. Yeah.
I think is it my network or your network, Gideon? I think.
What did you notice?
Your voice was breaking. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Please, if my environment is quite noisy, please you can just indicate for me because I'm in a public space, so it's a bit noisy. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so let's share the screen. So I'm going to continue from where Gideon was last week. So we are going to actually still looking at what Tone is all about and more about it. We're going to be actually writing more queries. So I think I'm going to share the, I don't know where, okay, let me just show my screen anyway. You're presenting to avoid. Okay. So now, I mean, let's just go back to where it all started. Gideon took us last week. Gideon took us on why Dome is using SQL, and today we're actually going to be looking at what SQL is and how SQL works, the SQL programming works. So now, what is SQL? So SQL simply SQL is actually a what programming language that is used for what storing and processing data in a relational database. So I want you to note something. I want you to note something in this definition. So they said in a relational database. So relational database. What does relational database mean? What does relational database mean? I mean, this is the confusion that people actually get when they are relational database. Relational database. It is not something huge. It is not something understandable. Okay, let me because I like using Excel. I'm going to explain in Excel format. So any data that you get in rows and columns, they are relational. Any data. That's why you see that a relational database is like a table where the data is organized in what rows and columns. So once any data that you get, first column is relational to the what second column. The third column, all the columns are relational. So that is just it. So again, so you can see it here. This is it. A and B, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So the column is what? The column is the attributes, and the rows are what? They are records. So the column names now are what? They are attributes. Like wallet, okay, sorry, like wallet address, timestamp, and balance. There's a noise going on in the background. Gideon, please, can you? Okay, thank you. Okay. So now, I want you guys to pay attention to this very well. So any data that you are getting in what rows and columns is what it is a relational database. Unstructured data are non-relational. Relational database are always structured. They are what? They are always structured. So now with Doom now, we are working with relational database. You can't have unrelational unstructured data in Dune, because if you have it is already worked on, except you want to go to, I think there's something that they call spell book in Dune. So you can go to the spell book and then start working on, you want to join them in what, knowing how the data is being structured, like organizing the data from the grassroots. You understand what I'm saying? So if you are working on Dune, you are working with what, relational database. Please don't stress yourself too much. Most of the hard work has already been done by data engineers. The only thing you just need to understand is understand the ecosystem that you're working. And when you understand this ecosystem, you can now look at, okay, how can I use this data that is on Do now to solve the problem? You can now start working with it. It is just like the Web2 space. It is just that you are not, they don't offer you the kind of things that you see in the Web2 space, in the Web3 space. So you have to work for it first before they can actually see you. You understand? You have to do the free work before they can actually see you. So now, why does SQL matter in Web3? Why do they even use SQL? Why do they use SQL? So why they don't pick SQL of all the whole programming language, the whole language to use? Why did they pick SQL? I think it just boils down to SQL is a language that is used to communicate with database, and it is ideal for them to actually use SQL, because SQL can actually, number one, people understand SQL. You should understand that people that are going to do, they are not only analysts, they are not just technical people, they are not only technical people, there are a lot of non-technical people that are trying to go, they are trying to look at the data on Dune and actually look at the query that are being written by people. So, and this SQL now just makes it easy for people to actually understand the query, because when you see a select, you know that, oh, select is select from, oh, it's coming from this place, where this thing. So that's just it. So in blockchain analysis, data is stored on chain. But to understand it, you need the tools that can help query and what, analyze it. That can help you to query and what, analyze it. So you are doing two things. You are querying the data and you are analyzing it also. And SQL is the what? Is the common language used for querying this kind of structured blockchain data. So because people understand SQL, there is no analyst, there's no technical person that finds SQL very, very hard. It might just be maybe might just be some of the syntax that are not quite understandable, but it is not hard to understand SQL. We can all agree to that. So platform like Dune, they use what, SQL to help you what, explore blockchain transaction, user behavior, and what, protocol performance. So it is not only Dune that uses SQL. There are a lot of, I think there's another one called Flipside. They use Dune also. Even GraphQL is also what they use. They use SQL also. So GraphQL too, they use SQL. It's because SQL is user friendly. So when you're building a product and your users cannot actually understand the product, they are finding it hard to understand. There's a problem. So that is it. So platform like Dune, they are making sure that, okay, users understand this. It is easy for them to just get a grasp of it. You understand? You can't just come on Dune and then say, and then everything is looking technical, like jargon. I don't want to use jargon, but it is looking so hard. And then nobody is going to be interested in building a career there. But because of SQL, is very, very user friendly, and even someone that is not someone that does not know SQL can actually get it once the person put in the work. That is why platform like Dune are using what, SQL. So now, type of SQL engine. So there are different type of SQL engine. Also, I'm going to share this file. Sorry that I didn't put it on the slides. I'm not really good with color. But please just understand this. So there are different type of SQL engine. So if you have worked with SQL very well, you would know that there are different type of SQL engine. And the common types are what? The common types are what? They are the PostgreSQL, SQL, and Trino SQL. But the one that we are more interested in this blockchain analysis we do is what? Trino SQL. Is it Trino or Trino? I think you guys shall understand. Trino SQL. So now, PostgreSQL is open source, powerful, and widely used. MySQL is what? Very powerful and beginner friendly. Snowflake SQL, it is used by what? Flipside. So Flipside is like, I don't want to use competitor, but they actually offer the service that don't offer. But please, don't offers more. Don't offers more. But Flipside, they do what does. But I think Dune offers more because with the new Dune sim that Dune is actually using now, they offer more than what Flipside is offering. So now Trino SQL is used by Dune Analytics. Trino SQL is the type of SQL that is used by Dune. So this SQL, it is their syntax are all these SQL now. The only difference between them, they are all SQL. It's just that their syntax are just different, and we're going to actually look at that too. So their syntax are different. It's just a bit different. It's just a bit. It's not like there's much different, but you can just there. It is something that you can go to ChatGPT and say, I'm using this, I'm using that. Okay, how can I? And there is an AI on Dune that can actually help you with that. And I think one of the problems that people are facing is that people don't know how to use this AI, and we're actually going to test that also. But you just have to understand what you're doing. That's why I say you should do your research. So one thing again, Trino SQL is used by what? Tone analysis. Trino. Anytime you hear what type of SQL is used by Tone, is what? Trino SQL. Please don't get it wrong. Don't go and say this SQL or something. It's what? Trino SQL. So now we're going to be understanding the differences between this SQL engine. So now when you are working with SQL, especially in blockchain and on-chain analytics, it is very, very essential to understand the different platform and type of SQL that you use. So each of these platforms, each of these SQL has their strengths and what use cases. So let's see a breakdown. So future and the comparison between them. So now we have what? We have PostgreSQL, MySQL. These are not only the type of SQL that we have. There are more SQL type of SQL, but these are just the common ones that I use. So now we have what PostgreSQL, we have MySQL, and what Snowflake SQL. So we have the Trino SQL also. So you see Snowflake, this PostgreSQL, strong what compliance with SQL standard, partial compliance with what some deviation, close to standard, but as what proprietary extension, standard compliance with extension. So you see that the Trino SQL, what it allows extension, it allows standard compliance with what extension, and it's what it supports what Java and JSON file, map array, and other complex data type. So now it is what it is distributed querying engine, support was shredding. Thank you. So this distributed querying engine and support shredding is very, very important. So you can write this, you can write in Trino SQL, you can write a SQL now. You can write a SQL statement now. You can have a code of SQL and then have another code under. And then you can run on this Trino SQL. So it is distributed. Do you understand? Distributed querying engine. Do you understand? So this is what just this is one of the things that make it very, very. I think that's why they don't seem actually choose this Trino SQL. A lot of research went into play before they actually, I think before they concluded on this Trino SQL. But I believe it is something that's going to be beneficial to everyone. Everyone can understand. So we have ACID compliance, transaction, support distributed currency. That one also. So now, please, if am I still audible? Am I still audible?
Yes, you are very much.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Please, I just want everybody to calm down and then understand it because the next phase of this, the next class is going to be very, very. It's not going to be hard though, but we are going advanced. So what does this mean for blockchain analysis? So what does all this SQL mean for blockchain analysis? Blockchain analysis. So PostgreSQL is great for what? application that need complex queries and what standard compliance. But we are not really interested in this Postgre, MySQL, and Snowflake. But it is good for us to understand it. Do you understand? And we should know why this is happening. Why is it that the query that I am writing in the normal SQL is not working on Trino SQL? When you understand this, I now know that, oh, so I have to change this function to this type of function that I am writing here now, that I'm using with this in my SQL now. It is supposed to be this statement on Trino SQL. So when you understand this now, you'll be comfortable with working with Doom, and you will understand that, okay, this error that I'm getting, it is not like my codes are not correct. It is just that the syntax is not cannot work on this type of SQL. Do you understand? So that's it. So now the Trino SQL, sorry, my SQL is widely used and beginner friendly, but limited in what scalability, what features. So Snowflake what SQL excel at what handling large data volume, especially with semi-structured formats like blockchain transaction logs. So you see, Snowflake SQL, I think that's why Flipside are actually using it also. So now, Trino SQL is what is ideal for doing analysis because it can query what these distributed data sources, distributed data what source, can query distributed data source. It supports complex data type, very useful in Web3. Complex data type. So there are some data types in the Web3 space that they are very, very, you can't find them. You can't find them in most of this SQL. So that is why this Trino SQL is here. So it scales easily with for what? For big data and what? Real-time dashboard. Real-time dashboard. So let me explain something to you. Doom is not, how should I put it? Doom is a platform. Doom is not really, how should I put it? Okay. So it's not really an SQL interface. Let me explain it. So let me break it down. Doom is not really an SQL. It's not really a place that you can come and then learn SQL or stuff like that. Doom is a platform that you come and then you access what on-chain data, blockchain data. You access and visualize blockchain data. It's not an SQL learning platform or anything. You go there to access blockchain data. That is why they offer two services. You can view blockchain data, you can query blockchain data and then visualize it. And with the current Don't Sync now, you can also use API now to access that blockchain data. You can actually build your own products and then use Don't API to be displaying blockchain data. Do you understand? So that is just it. Please don't go outside and don't go out. Don't start arguing with somebody that you can use Doom to learn SQL. You can't use Doom to learn SQL. You can use it. You can use Doom as a platform to go and learn something, but it is not a platform for learning SQL. Do you understand? So the next one is what SQL syntax differences across what engine. So when you are working across platform like PostgreSQL, MySQL, and then Snowflake, it's Trino, understanding their syntax is very, very important. So this is just some of the basic syntax. There are still more. So we have what? We have PostgreSQL, concatenate. I think you can't use concatenate on PostgreSQL, MySQL, Snowflake SQL. Okay, so limits. There's the limit clause. There's the limit clause. The limit clause now is what? Limit. And this limit now, you want to limit in the normal SQL, there's in SQL, there's what we call limits. When you query data, there's what we call limits. Limits to what amount of data you want to see. So now this limit now, it is applicable to all the whole type of SQL and also Trino SQL. So the date extraction in data analysis, we should know that dates is very, very important. Why is this very, very important? Because when you are working with all these organizations, they want to understand what has been happening, or what has been their growth over time. And that is why this date. If there's no date, they won't know where the problem is coming from. So that's why date is very, very important. So we have the data extraction. So you see, they have different syntax for this, different syntax for extracting dates. So this you can look at it and study it. So if null means you want to handle null value, missing values. So if null, you see PostgreSQL Colis. Is this Colis? I hope I'm pronouncing it well. This Colis that I actually had issue with. There was one query that I saw Colis. I was like, what is Colis? Colis? Because I've never seen it before. But I mean, with no. So please, when you enter somebody query and then you see this code list, now you should know that okay, oh, this person there is actually a null value, a very very there's a lot of null value in this data, and then this person wanted to just remove it. So you should not be scared. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, what is this? This person wrote one. Well, thank God. Okay, so JSON handling. JSON column, it handles JSON, the syntax for handling JSON file. So this is so all these things. It is not for you to go and start saying, okay, you want to start learning. Just focus on the one that is important. That is Trino SQL. Focus on Trino SQL. Look at it very well, please. And again, there's nobody that does not use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT, but please use it wisely. Don't don't let ChatGPT be your memory, but at least you to know something. And when you are doing it all the time, you're actually going to know it. It is a tool. ChatGPT is a tool for you to say tools that is created to aid you in a lot of make things, automate things for you. Do you understand? It is your assistant. Let's put it that way. So that's just it. So and again, key insights. Key insights. I think we've talked about this already. You can just read on this. You can read. You can read on that. So sorry. Let me see. So why SQL in what? Why SQL in blockchain analysis? Why do we use SQL in blockchain analysis? Why do we? I feel like we have talked on this before, but let's just so SQL in blockchain analytics is what? It is efficient for what? Data retrieval. SQL is efficient for data retrieval. It can retrieve data. SQL allows analysts to quickly what? Analyze large data sets, filter, join table, and aggregate data. And again, it is a familiar words language. Like I said in the beginning, it is user friendly. There is no analyst. SQL is what? It's just like Excel. There's no organization that you go to in this world that they don't use Excel. Likewise, SQL. There is no organization that you go to that they don't their database is no, they don't use SQL to query their database. There is no organization. It is SQL that they use because people are familiar with it. When they fire somebody now, the next person that will come, you don't need that person that they fired. They don't need to be training that person on how to use SQL. They already know, okay, this new SQL, okay, just come to our database and then we will make you admin, we will give you permission, then be querying your data. That is just it. That is why SQL is widely used by developers and engineers. So now it reduces the learning curve. See, so you can see what I was saying. It reduces what? The learning curve for blockchain analysis compared to what niche tools. So you see, so platform like Dune Analytics uses what? SQL, making it accessible for decentralized data querying. Thank you. For decentralized data querying. So now the third one now is what? It is versatile across what? Database systems. So you see, SQL works with what? Relational database, big data tools. Google BigQuery uses SQL. Decentralized platform, the graph, they use SQL. So it is just the syntax that is different. It is just the syntax. Very, very important. It's just the syntax. If you understand that syntax, if you understand that it's not that you don't know the code. It's not that you don't know the code. It is just the syntax that is giving you issue. You won't have problem learning blockchain analysis. You won't have any problem learning blockchain analysis. Okay. So now SQL versus other blockchain query tools. Okay. So now SQL, we have custom API and what? No SQL. So you can actually look at this on your free time. So so this is the important one. Key keywords, key SQL components. So these are the SQL, one of the SQL components let me just say these are the one of the SQL syntax that you are supposed to pay attention to. So we have select. Select SQL is what is used to retrieve data. From is used to what? Specify data source. For it to work, we're going to actually have a practical session on this. And then where is used to what? Filter data. When you're saying where, it is used to what? Filter the data. Group by is used for aggregating data, and then order by is used for what? Sorting the data. So please, you can actually
All right. I don't know if it's just me. Can anyone else hear Ahmed? Okay, so he's probably having issues with his network, but that should be back up. All right. So what he is discussing aligns with what we had covered. What he's discussing aligns with what we had covered last week. Now he's walking us through the fundamentals of SQL to tell us about the clauses that we'll be using in an SQL query. Meanwhile, I guess I jumped the gun to show you how it's applied in the on the Tune platform, but it's will all come together. So please let's just give a little bit of time. Let me. So here's what we're going to do before I'm going to join us again. Do we have any questions? Do you have any feedback we would like to share? Are we experiencing any challenges aside, the learning path? Kindly share and we can talk about it.
I'm
So,
very sorry. My network went off. So I will be taking question now. So please, I will be taking question. Please, question. Anyone with questions? Okay, Thomas, you can ask your question, Thomas. Let me just Thomas, you can ask your question. Okay. Thomas, yeah. Okay, Thomas is back. Thomas, you can ask your question, please. Thomas, can you actually hear me? Okay, I think with that, we are actually going to jump to the Dome platform. Okay, let's go to the Dome platform. So please, I want everyone to what? Thomas, are you still asking your question or can we continue? All right, so please, I want everyone to go to dome.com. Please, I'm going to paste the link. Okay, so I'm going to paste the link now. Let's try and turn on noise cancellation. Yes, it's done then. Okay, so now let's start. Now when you come into okay, so please, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so when you come into the Chrome platform, I'm going to open my Control C. Let me paste. Let me paste it on the. Okay, let me paste it. I'm going to paste it here now on the chat. So you're going to go to the link, and then please on the link you can just. So this is it. So please just click on this link, and then it's going to take you to the Drone platform. Register on the Drone platform. Please use your email address. Use your email address. Please don't use your Google directly because I think a lot of people had issue last week when they used their Google. They just but please just enter your email and then get an OTP. I think you're going to get an OTP, so that would work. So that when you go into the Doom platform, you're going to see an interface like this. And this interface is very important. It is very, very interesting. Noisy. Hello. Sorry. So sorry, I'm very, very sorry about that. So I just wanted to change my position. So now, when you come into the Doom platform, you're actually going to see an interface like this, and this interface is very, very user friendly. You can actually look at it; it's very, very user friendly. It's just like going on. Going on, yeah, going on Facebook, yeah, going on Facebook. So you have your search button here, and this search button, there's a way, there's a way they search. There's a protocol to this searching also, and you can actually view that on the documentation. So there's a way you can search for what for the creator. There's a very, very special way that you can use this search button. You can go to the documentation. The documentation is they just changed the interface. The interface was not like this before, but now it is looking better. So now we have the discover. When you click on the discover now, we are on the discover page now. We are on the discover page. So when you can see this discover it is a page that allows you to see you can see people dashboard analysis done by people, and you can view any person dashboard here. So it is open source, it is decentralized, there's nobody that is controlling it. So you can actually do a lot of things there. And then after the discovered platform, we have the metrics. So this metrics now, I don't I by Dome. It's done by Dome. Please, sorry. Please, is this place also noisy? Gideon, can you confirm, please? Is this place also noisy?
No, this is actually not noisy. It's better. You're audible.
It's better. All right.
Yeah, you're audible.
Thank God. So now, you actually, when you come into this Dome platform, you're actually going to see these metrics. You're going to see a lot of. I think this was done by the Dome team. So this is done by the Dome team already. This is a platform that was actually done by them. So you can see what is happening on Solana, and when you click on them, you can go on. You can just see an overview of all this, how it is being structured. You can see what is happening, an overview. This is not like the full analysis, but it's just an overview. You can view people analysis. You can do a lot of things there. So now, and again, after this now, so I am going through this as it is structured. So we have the what? We have the user what? Your user, what should I call it? I don't even know. You have your account, thank you. You have your account, and after this account now, you have the team that you are under. So now, most people that are here now, I am under Dune Africa team. So that is why you can see Dune Africa here. So anything I'm building now is going to be under the Dune Africa community. So now you can work as a team on Dune, and you can also work as an individual. You understand? So it allows there is a lot of things that you can do. It is not something that you can. If you want to work with a team, you can work with a team. If you don't want to work with a team, you can work alone. Anyone you choose. So you can also you have the power to also create a team. You can create a new team also, and that's a very, very powerful thing. You understand? So anybody can actually do anything on Dune. So now we have the profile. You have the profile here. So your profile is your profile. This is what you have worked on. This is all the query that you have worked on, and your profile. This is your proof of work. Yes, for those in the Web3, this is your proof of work. So now you have the library of what you have worked on, the analysis that you have done. and that is your analysis. You have your dashboard, you have your queries, you have all your queries here. You have materialized views and what schedule alert, a lot of things that you can view your private and public what public queries. So that is very important. Okay. All right. So accounts. Accounts. Okay, that's it. You can still the same thing as accounts. So usage. So this usage. Thank you. This usage is very important. This usage is very important because Dune Dune is not a free platform. Not a, is it free? Should I put on? Is it free? Do you want to? It's okay. It's not free. Let me use free. It's not a free platform. You cannot. You still have limits. You still have limits that you can. It's a free platform, but there are limits. But if you want to use the full potential of Zoom, you have to pay for it. So now they made it in a way that you can actually run your query on Zoom. But when you are working with large queries, a very big query, you actually have to pay for it. Do you understand? So you have to pay for it so that your query can run faster. Because the query used to take time because it's not only you that is was working on it. It takes time because it's not only you working on it. So now for your own now, it is just like when you're learning about Bitcoin, when you're learning, I think is it Bitcoin or Ethereum? I think one of them. So when you want your payment to go first, you have to pay a huge amount of what gas fee. So that's just it. You want your query to run faster, so you have to pay money for it to run faster. So you can actually do that, and you can pay for a team. You can pay for your team, and then everybody there can actually be on a paid platform on Zoom. So it allows that also. So you are giving 250 watts, 250,000 data points. I think it's 250, right? 2,500 data points. You are giving 2,500 data points for. You have to wait for next month. You have to wait for next month before it done. So that is just it. You have any question before we move forward? Does anybody has any question? Thank you. It's freemium. So Onye, can you hear me now? Onye, can you hear me now? Onye, can you hear me now? Am I audible now? I think I should be audible enough.
You're audible.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are going to go to the next one now.
Someone has their hands up.
Okay.
Elkana.
Elkanan, please ask your question.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Yeah, I would like to know whether we can join the Dune Africa team.
Yeah, you can join. You can join. You can join the Dune Africa team. And
Thank you.
Gideon is going to share the
Can I
link now
respond?
so that you can join. Yes,
Thank
Gideon, respond.
So I've pinned the link to the chat, the in-call messages. So just kindly check and you'll see a link to it. All right, thanks.
Okay, so thank you very much for that. So now, moving forward, we're going to now write our first query on Dune. I think everybody is going to be excited. I think this is our first query. This is our second query. So now, when you want to write query on Dune, right?
All right, so I think we lost Ahmed again. We're going to give him a little bit of time. Meanwhile, if you are on the Dune platform and you haven't written a query, so if you missed our session last week and you haven't written a single query, if you're on the Dune platform, you would want to navigate to create. So I'm going to okay, so let me share my screen. Let me share a screen and then share a query.
I'm very, very sorry. Can everyone hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Welcome back.
I'm very, very sorry. I went to the village. I am at the village for Salah, so the network with me is there with me. Well,
You have to say this alarm it too.
I had to come to the place that is actually going because everywhere is quite noisy. You can't. Everybody's celebrating. It's a good one. Happy Salah to everyone. So I'm going to share my screen back. Network is very, very bad here.
Would it help if you turn off your video?
Okay. Do you think I should turn down my video?
Maybe try so that maybe the network, the bandwidth of the data will reduce.
Okay. I've done it now. All right. Okay. All right. So now you have the Dome Sim. So Dome Sim was created. I think it was created this month. Is it this month? I think it's this month.
It was launched this month publicly. Yes.
Yes. It was launched. So it was launched this month publicly, but before it was actually launched publicly, platform, some of these platforms have started using it to actually work with. So they have actually started using it. So I think they tested it with them before they actually launch it to the public. So you can actually, if you're a developer, you can actually go to DoneSim, and then this DoneSim, it allows you to use one API to access multiple chain. One API to access multiple chain. You can't get this anywhere. It's only on Done. So that's a very, very big thing. So you can actually check it out. People have actually started working on it already. So don't it is also a developer's platform. So that's why they are diversifying, and I believe that in the future we're going to jump into a whole lot of things. So that's just it. So we have the document also. So this documentation is very, very important, please. This documentation, it is very, very important. anything you are doing, it is just like a manual. You understand? A manual, a guide for you to understand the platform. You understand? So if you don't come, so can I? So when you click on the documentation, you get a page. Let me share the page. Let me share the page. Let me share the page. Is this lagging? Is this still lagging?
It's not. This is a lot better. But I can't see your screen. Okay, so Elkanah says it's lagging. I get the experiencing that. I can't see your screen if you are sharing.
I'm sharing it now. I'm sharing it now.
All right.
So I think you can't download the documentation. So you're going to check the bottom left of the interface. You're going to see.
All right, guys. Apologies for the network issues. It wasn't planned for. So I am going to take this time to walk you through what is happening in documentation. And interestingly, you can write your first query from the documentation. You can download the documentation. I mean, you can try to try to just print it out as PDF, but you might just benefit from using documentation as it is. So I'm going to navigate to where this is and then go ahead to share. Right. So while we wait for Ahmed to join us, I'll just walk you guys through the documentation. Okay, so this is my interface. I want to confirm if you can see it. Awesome. All right then. Okay, so mine has this very light background. You can switch, so you can toggle here and make it dark. The dark mode is easier on the eyes. So if I click on docs, it will take me straight to the documentation. It will be great if we take some time to go through the documentation. It will cut a lot of it will save us a lot of time. I know that reading may not be the most interesting thing for us to do, but I mean, it will save us a lot of time. And I know somebody who took this documentation, took it, and used AI to make into a podcast. Okay, so Ahmed is back.
Thank you, Gideon.
Yes, so just showing them the documentation, but you can carry on now.
Okay. Okay. Elkanah said you should call again. So since you said something last, what did you say?
Okay, so I said, let me stop sharing. So I was speaking to the documentation. I know someone who copied the documentation because he would prefer a summary, an audio summary. The person copied the documentation and put it in a wrapper, something called Notebook LM by Google. So it's an AI that will turn paragraphs into a podcast, and that's what the person did. And they really it helped them. So I would recommend that. Yes,
That's nice.
I've tried that with some text, and it helped me. So if you do not like to read, you can do that, but remember that nothing can really replace reading.
If you want to, there's one adage that they usually say that if you want to hide something, you can't. If you want to hide something from an African man, you should hide it in a book.
So remember, nothing can replace reading, but this will gradually launch you into, so that when you start to read the documentation, it will make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. I think we should continue. So now we're going to write our jump into Dune itself now. Okay. So now stop presenting. I think okay, let's switch side. Yeah. Okay, so now I want everybody, please, everybody on this Dune, on Dune currently. Is everybody on Dune currently? Is everyone on Dune currently? Okay. 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 So now, let's continue. So now when you're on Dune, I want you to go to this crate, where you see crates. Right? Click on it. And then when you click on it, you see new query. You see new dashboard. New query means that you want to write a query. New dashboard, it means that you want to create dashboard from the query that you have already written. So now you can't create a dashboard without writing a query. You understand? You have to have a query that you have written. You have to have a result that you have gotten from your query before you can say you want to create a dashboard. Do you get me? So please don't say, okay, I'm clicking on my dashboard, it is not working or something. So now you can also upload a data set on Dune. If you want to work with your own data set, maybe you have a data set, a blockchain data set that you want to analyze on Dune, you can do that. You can submit a contract. So now maybe you have, maybe there's a project that is on Ethereum that that there's a project that that okay, Dune actually supports their ecosystem, and then it is not on Dune. You can submit the contract address, and then Dune can actually make data accessible for you. Do you understand? So there's API endpoint too. These are for developers. Also, if you want to use what Dune API, you can actually use API endpoint. So it's just, I think Dune Sim also allows that. You can do that. You can do that there. So please click on this crate and then click on new query. So once you click on new query, you see that your interface is going to change. So please don't mind my interface. I like dark mode very well. I love dark mode. So if you are getting the white mode, it is okay. So now, when you get here now, you have come to where the what the query what interface. So this is where you query your blockchain data. This is where you what query your what blockchain data. So now we have asset trading, we have trading, we have asset trading. Asset trading is here, okay. Right, so we have asset trading. You can look at the tables and explore the asset trading. You can you can access the access trading. So now these are curated data. This asset trading label and utility table, all curated data. These are curated data. What does this curated data mean? This curated data means that these are the data that Doom has actually worked on. So let me put this in a simple way. So these are data sets that Doom has already cleaned. So this data now, you can actually go and query this data and exploit and look at what is happening. So they are already clean data on what? Doom. Any data that you see, anyone that you see under curated data. So now my data now, this data now are data. This is where you upload data. Any data that you upload, this is where you can get it. Do you understand? Contract address, anyone, you can access it here under this my data. So you see this blockchain data, decoded projects, raw blockchain data. That means you want to work with what? Raw blockchain data that has not been worked on by Doom. It has actually been worked on by Doom, but maybe it has not fully been worked on by Doom. There's something that you're looking for that is not provided on the created data, so you can go to the raw blockchain data and get it yourself. So now we have community data, created community upload. So the ones that are uploaded by what? By communities. So you can check it out. You can see what people have already uploaded. So that's just it. So please, if you understand, you can give me a thumbs up. Please, if you understand this, give me a thumbs up. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So we're going to be taking it bit by bit. So now our focus is this trading. Our focus is this trading, this text trading. So now let me go back. So now our focus is what? Under this created data, you go to trading, click on trading, and then this trading now we have what? Dex trade. The first name that you're seeing on it, the first Dex trade, click on it. So this is what we are interested in. This is it. So you can see that we have the what? Let me say columns name. We have the columns name and we have their what? Data types here. This is very, very important when you are working with blockchain data. So now, for us to explore this data now, you can come to this way. You can come to this icon here. I think this small option here, and then click on what? Preview table. If you preview the table, it's going to show you. If you want to do it yourself, that okay, let me test my hand. You can say select. You can do what? So we said if you want to get data now, you can say select what? It's just like your normal SQL. Select. So now I'm using the what? Select. So now you see your own might not be bringing this suggestion for you, but there's a way you set it. You go to this setting here, and then this setting now, you now enable what? Auto complete. You understand? Go to setting and then enable what? Auto complete. So once you enable it, you can be able to what? Get all these suggestions from what? SQL. Select L-E what? T. So now select what? Select what? I want to select all. Select all. And then you hit enter. I'm jumping to the next what? To the next line. I say select all from what? From where? Where do I want to select it? So let me give you a hack of this. You don't need to go and be looking for what? Okay, Dex or trade or something. You can come here now and say, okay, you can come to this arrow here now. I think this arrow that you are seeing, and then click on it. Once you click on it, it's going to show you the name. It's going to just fill in the name of the words. the data set that you are on, where you are, the data set you want to work on, it's going to fill it there. So even if you have a very, very long data set, it's going to fill it for you. You have all those lines that separate them. You understand? So that's just it. So we have what? Select all from what? Dex.trade. Thank you. You have what? Select all from what? Dex.trade. So this select all from Dex.trade now. Once we run this query now, there's something that will happen. So what will happen is, so now let me explain something to you. You are saying, okay, now I want you to select all the data in this what? In this, under this let me say table, under this table now. Under this data now, under this data, let me use data set. I don't know. Let me just okay, I want to select the data under this data set now. That means the data under this data set now. Any data that is there, you don't care about when it starts from or where it ends. Okay, we look at it ends today because it's a real-time data. It ends today. So now you want to select all the data now from, let's say, okay, let's say from 2015. When did Dune? No, Dune did not start. Okay, no, it's not even when Dune started. I think Dune is giving the blockchain. It's actually displaying the blockchain data from when the first this thing transaction was made. So now from when the first transaction was made to till today now, you are selecting all of them from this depth of trade. This depth of trade. And this depth of trade, what does it mean? It means decentralized exchange. You understand? Decentralized exchange. So now depth of trade, you are selecting it. And then you are now saying, okay, now want to run it. If you run this thing, there will be a problem. A very, very big problem. It will be running because as many transactions is coming, it's going to be running, so that it can be able to display all for you. And you are going to get an error, maybe timeout something. Timeout. Do you understand? But for us to not experience that, we're actually going to limit it to what? Limit to what? Limit to what? Let's limit it to what? 10. Just 10. So now limit to 10, and then we'll run it. So now before you click on this run now, you have to see what? We have what? This arrow under here, this more option. You have what? You have the free plan, you have the medium, and you have the large what? Large plan. So I told you that this thing, what's the name? Dune is what? Freemium, like Gideon said, freemium. So this freemium now, you have the free, you have the medium. This freemium now, the 25,000 points that they give you that will make your query run fast. It is what used on the video. So you can select between the free and the medium. For this large now, speed up your more complex workload. You have to pay for it. So now I'm going to use the free. Let's try the free. Let me use the free. So now let's run the free. So I'm going to run the free, and then you see here. So this one, because this query, because I limit it to 10, free is actually working well. So when I limit it now to like 500 now, 1,000, you see that there's a problem. It's not going to run. So we have 10. You have 10 watts. We have this 10 data now. And now under this now, if you check this now, you see we have what? This column name. The columns name are what? We have blockchain, we have project, we have version, we have block month, we have what? The what? Block dates, time, we have what? Block number. We have like, I think we have close to, I don't know how many columns name, but if you count it, I think it's more than 10. So now in the number analysis, now when you're doing number analysis, you know that it's not all the columns in the analysis that you use. You're not using all the columns. So you remove, that is where all your data manipulation, all this data manipulation comes in. So you have to remove some columns that you will not need, that are not necessary, so that it will not be too much. Because when you're presenting it to your stakeholder, they don't care about some of these columns. They just care about, okay, let me see what is happening, how is this thing, what has been the growth from this point to that point. Do you understand? So you don't care about, there's some, you don't really have to care about some of these columns. So now in SQL now, in the normal Excel, you just sometimes you just hide it or you just delete them. But in SQL now, you just have to select the columns that you need. Okay, so now coming. So now we have to what? Select what? The columns that we need. So now, what columns do we need here? Okay, now. So now we want what? Select what? Select what? We want blockchain. We want blockchain. So now I'm going to change the column. I'm going to want want blockchain. Select what? Blockchain. Comma. And then under this now, go to index. No, not go to index. So we have blockchain. Select blockchain. Select projects. So we need projects. Projects. You need the version also. We need the version also. So you can see that it's because I am looking at the columns name here, I can be able to know what we need. So we need version also. We need version. We need block month. When was this block made? Okay, we need block month. Let's put block month also. Block month too is block what? We want block month, comma. We want what? Block date also. Please just be writing it as I am. Just be following what I'm doing. We need what? We need the block time. We don't need the block time. We don't even need the block time. So we have month and block dates. No. We don't need the block dates. We don't need the block dates. Just know the month. The month is okay. So now you should check token bots. We need this token bots. So we just want to look at it. Token what? Token bot symbol. Comma. And then we need what? Token what? Token sold symbol. Token pair, yeah. Right. So now token bot amount. Token bot what amount, and then token sold amount. So you see, we don't care about the token address. So amounts in USD, we need this amount in USD. So you see, it's already even descriptive. Comma. We don't need this. We don't need this token bot address, token soda. We don't need the address. We don't really need the address, except you are doing an investigation. There are people that do investigation, so they actually track wallets. So you can actually look at the token address. Maybe you want to look at the address that made this so and so transaction, link them to each other. So there are people that do that. So there's this guy on this thing Twitter. You can go and follow him or reach out to him. His name is Spectre. So he does all this investigation analysis. It's very good. So you see, so we don't need most of event index. We don't need the event index too. But let's just leave that. Let's just use this for now. So let's just use this. So now let's run and see maybe it's going to work. Let's see maybe it's going to work. So you can see that it's taking time now because I'm using the free version, the free plan. So let's just leave it. I'll just give it some second. I think let me cancel this one. Let me cancel this. And then let me use the medium so that it can run faster. So now I think it's going to run faster now. No, come move this indent. Okay, let me run it. Let's see this one. Please, let's be patient. So let's just be patient. Oh, why? Okay, yes. So at times you are going to experience this type of stuff. They're going to experience it. So it is ideal to just be patient, or you can pay for the paid plan. I mean, and we are going to be looking at paying for the paid plan also at in Africa, so that it's all the new members can actually benefit from it. You can also benefit from it. So you just watch out. Just be on the lookout for what's about to happen in the next 2 to 3 or 4 months. Okay, so now we have this now. And then we have our blockchain project version. We have the version, we have the block month, we have token bots, token sold, and what amount USD. So I want to explain something. Now you have this now. What are you looking for? What do you want? You have the blockchain, you have all these common things now. You have broken it down to the most important stuff now. What do you need? What do you want to know about this blockchain? So now that is where you now go and do what? You come to where you say where what? Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Where what? Where blockchain? Where blockchain is what? Where blockchain is equals to what? So now where blockchain is equals to what? So now blockchain is equals to what? Base of Ethereum. Let's use base. Okay. Where blockchain is equals to what? Base. base. So now we have our blockchain, which is equals to what? Base. So we're going to run this. Oh god. So now you see I'm getting this error. I'm getting this error now. So now if you don't want to actually stress yourself too much, you can actually just say fix error for me. So this is where the AI comes in. This is where the AI comes in. So you can click on the fix error and the AI is going to help you and fix the error. So you see. So you see, the problem with this code is that we didn't put what? We didn't wrap our what? Base. Because our base is what? It is a what? It's a transaction, is under the rule. So we have to wrap it on a double quote so that Excel can understand that this is a what? This is a text. Do you understand? I say Excel, sorry. So that this engine can understand that this is a text. It has to go under the blockchain column to go and access the what? Base. We want only base from this blockchain. Do you understand? Blockchain column. So now you now accept it now. So you see that even the query now, the AI now helps me to what? Now helps me to what? Structure what? My what? Accept. Now helps me to structure my query. Now I to structure it very well. So you see this AI, that's why if you don't know what you want, this AI cannot help you. Even ChatGPT can't help you. But when you know what you want, you can just give it a bit touch, a small touch, and then it's going to make it look good. So now we have this, so you can now run this now. So when you run it, you're going to get yes. So now this is only the blockchain. So we have what? We have blockchain. We have blockchain. Yeah, yes, please. We have base blockchain now. Only base blockchain. So now under this base blockchain, there are a lot of projects under base now, under the base blockchain. So now under this base blockchain now, what do you want to see under base? What are you interested in under the base blockchain? So now I think I'm going to remove this. I want to remove this token bot and token sold. I'm going to remove this token bot and token sold. So I just want to see the amount. The amount that was transacted, the amount in USD. So I'm going to remove it. So I'm still going to run this. There's nothing I want to use token bot and token sold. Yes, now we are talking. So please, if you are with me, give me a thumbs up, please. If you are with me, if you are lost, just indicate if you are lost. So please, if you are lost, indicate. Is there any question? This is very, very okay. There's no any trial to use the AI. You can use the AI as much as you want. You can use it when you're, especially when you're on the free plan, when you're using the free engine to run your query, you can use the AI as much as you want. But if you are not using the free plan, you can on the medium plan. You have to give out 10 of your points. So for each help that the AI does is going to take 10. So Elkanah, please go.
Yeah, Mr. Ahmed, thank you so much
Yes,
once
yes.
again. I would like to know how the limit is used because I don't know whether it could be used in the context of just transactions or date or time.
Just transact the limit. Is it the limit clause?
Yeah, the limit.
So just transact. What do you mean just transaction or date?
I'm asking that how is it used?
Okay, let
For
me explain.
example,
So the limit. Okay, the limit. This limit now. It means that okay, I want you to just limit the results that you give me now to just 10 rows. Do you understand?
Yes,
Can
I
are
do
you there?
understand. Yes, please.
To just
Yes,
10
please.
rows. To just 10 rows. So
Oh, I see.
it does not matter the date. It does not matter the date. Any date. I think it is any date. Okay. I think it is the current date. So we're in 06. Okay. 01, 06, 2025, 06, 01. So I think This one now, it just because please who is that? Who is there's noise. There's noise. Okay, so there's noise, there's noise there. Okay, now yes. So now I want you to limit it to just 10 rules. It does not matter the date. It is going to just bring out it because we are filtering now. We are filtering by blockchain base. It is going to go to the blockchain base. I think it is the earlier or like now the blockchain base now. Maybe the last transaction on the blockchain base, the blockchain base network was, I don't know, maybe this moon. I don't know how it does it though, but I just know that it is the recent one, recent transactions is going to bring for you. It does not care about the date or the month or anything. It's just going to bring the recent transaction. So at times it can bring maybe the earlier transaction, but that's how it works. I hope I am able to answer your question, Elkana.
Yes, please, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. So now somebody asked, please help run query on Solana. I think we're not doing that. Seeing the query look tricky. Okay, seeing the query look tricky. Let me see. I think that would be maybe after the class, but now we're just focused on this network. So now somebody said, what's the name of the guy you made mention of? Okay, the guy I made mention of. So you can go to Twitter and then search for X, search for Spectre. Spectre is very, very good. And there's another guy also. There's you can also follow. There's Indy. There's Gideon. Gideon too is very, very bad. Gideon too is very, very bad. So you can go to X and then follow him. There is also another person, Oladiyo. Oladiayo. Yes, it will. It's a very, very good original. So there are a lot of people that you can actually refer. And when you message these people, they are going to respond to you. It's not like they would they will leave you on their chat. They are going to respond to you. But please just reach out to people, do your research also. That's just it. So now we have the base blockchain. So now under the base blockchain, now what are we interested in? Projects now. Let's look at the moon project. So let's look at this moon-based project. Let's just filter by only this moon-based project. So now you now see and. So now you want to add what? And what? Project. So project is equals to what? Moon-based. Project now. So you know the error that we did that time was that we didn't what? We didn't wrap it. So now we're not going to put moon what? Base. Moon base. And then this moon base now will now run it. And then this moon base now, let's limit it to 100. Let's limit it to 100 and then see if maybe it's going to work. And then you run it. So now it has run 100 rules. So if you see it now, you see that we have what 100 rules here that are what? That are moon based. We have 100 rules that are what moon based. So this is it. So we have only the moon base. So now we have this now. So you can see it now. You can see the token that was transacted, moon based to. So you see that people transact. I think people do more of moon based to. I don't know this WTH. So you can go and research about what is WTH. Let me see what it means. WET. I think it's something Ethereum. Something Ethereum. So I think it's Ethereum. It's Ethereum. What is wrapped? So it is wrapped ether. Wrapped ether. So it means wrapped ether. So you see, research. You have to be doing your research also. As somebody that is somebody that is an analyst, you have to be doing research as an analyst. Do you understand? You have to be doing your research as an analyst. You can't just leave it to just you can't just leave it to just what's the name to what you know. Do you understand? You can't just limit it to what you know. You have to do your research. That is very, very important. So now, after this, now I think we'll be rounding up soon. So after this, now let's now say, okay. Now when you do this, now you now want to maybe you want to present these results. Maybe the person that say, okay, do this. I just want to look at. You want to test your hand and then say, okay, oh, you are somebody that knows how to do this on chain analysis. Well, you can now even say, okay, now I want to visualize it. You can now say, now this now. I think you should scroll down. No. Before you scroll down, come to this new. Under this new now, click on table. Table is very important. Click on table. So now you see it has converted to something nice. So now we have column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and column 5. We have 5 columns here. So under this column 5 now, under this column, so I am interested in this column 5 because I want to format it. So this one now, I want to centralize all of them. I want to even centralize it. So you see, it allows you to do a lot of things. Centralize, and this one to centralize it. So you see, these are just basic things. It's not supposed to be hard. So just centralize it, and then when you centralize it, this one to centralize so that it's going to make sense. So centralize now. I format it now. I want to format it now to what? I want to put dollar at the front. So I can put dollar. So you see it is US dollar. I've placed dollar at the front now. 2.5. $0.5. You see $0.7, $1. So you see, so we have this now. So you see type progress bar. So you can switch it now. Progress bar. So you can see it's yes. Then you can also do what? Sort by what? Let's sort. Sorry, okay. I think it is order by. Sorry, I said sort by. So what I did, let me explain what I did. So now you see, look at it. This when I pressed sort by, when I type sort by, you can see that the color that it was showing was not the color of the class of this other function. So it is something that you should actually be interested in. That why is it showing this? So now order by what? Order by what? I want to order by what? Amount USD. Order by amount by USD. So this order by amount by USD now, we want it to be in ascending or descending order. Do you want it to be in ascending or descending order? I want it to be in descending. So descending now, put DESC. You can't just write descending. So I'm going to put what? DES what? C, descending. So now let's run this. Let's run this. Let's run this. Let's run this. Nice. Let's run. Ah. So you see, nice. So you see now we have the what? We have three. Somebody did what? Somebody converted 300,000 what? $300,000. Somebody made transaction of $300,000, and if the token pair is what? DAI to what? USD something. I don't know what. You can also see that somebody made it. So this now you can present it to somebody now and say, okay, so this is what I was able to find out from this ecosystem. What's your report and stuff? Do stuff like that. You see, there is a lot of potential in this on chain analysis, and I feel like people are not tapping into it that much. But okay, I think with this, we are able to what to know that with this we are able to know that it is not quite hard. It's just like the normal analysis. It's just like your normal analysis. It is just that people used to complicate things online. When you look at it online, look at the small query that we did, and look at what we were able to look at. Okay, now we know the highest transaction now. Highest transaction from this. So even with these 100 rules now, we know that wow, the 100 rules are what they are the highest. It is structuring them from the center. How about I want to analyze just talking on this? You can do that also. You can do that. You can analyze just the token on this. Go to this. You can follow this step and then do it also. So it's not hard. It is just demonstration understood. Okay, Bob, yeah, Yakubu. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining the session. It is quite a lot, but I believe that we are going to get to points that will be okay using them. So please keep on practicing. And please, if you have any question, you can unmute your mic and ask the question. But because we will soon be done, the class is supposed to end by 4. Okay, I'm excited. Yeah, you should be excited on a serious note. But please, yes, don't let the excitement be too much that you will be overwhelmed. Because there's a thin line between excitement and being overwhelmed. So you should just be excited to learn more. Do you understand? Be excited to learn more. Go online, research about it. Don't don't just say, okay, I'm excited, and because overwhelming is you might be overwhelmed and you think it used to happen to me most times. Maybe when I want to learn something new, I will be overwhelmed with it to the point that I'll be seeing it as if it is something that is a big deal, which is not actually. There are people that don't even know as much as you do, but they just have this curiosity mindset. Do you understand? They just have this curiosity mindset, and they are able to be patient enough to go through that process. So I think Elkanah, please ask your question. Why is only Elkanah asking question?
Oh, Oga, are they come out from Ghana now? Abi the Nigerians, we normally have that in the Ghanaian Web3 ecosystem. Nigerians always ask a lot of questions, so that's what been pushing me. So my last and final question will be: what's the difference between SIM, which is a new product from Dune, and the normal product we are using now? Maybe I couldn't hear because of network issues. Yeah, maybe you touched on it, but please just touch on it again.
Okay, so Dune Sim, right? This Dune platform, this Dune analysis platform now is where you access on-chain data. And then Dune Sim is what? It was created before Dune Sim. But Dune Sim now is a new product that is created by the Dune team. And what did the Dune team notice? They noticed that okay, we have a lot of data now. And this data now, we can't only be working with it for only analysts. So now we want to make sure that this thing is accessible to what they want. They want to create a platform that it's not only going to be, it's not going to be, it's not only going to be, it's not going to be only for just a particular type of people. So you know now that now let me put it this way, like a car now. Look at a car now. A woman, a man, anybody can drive a car. So that is what they are trying to do. They're trying to diversify. They are not settling. They are not settling into just one person, one type of people. So they don't want to work with just only analysts. That's why you see that the Don't platform is for researchers, it's for students, analysts, anybody can come onto the Don't because it's decentralized. You want to understand the blockchain data, come there. You want to verify a transaction, you can come to the Don't platform and do it. You can do it on your own. This is what we just did now. Even if you explain this to somebody that is not technical, that okay, this is what we do, the person is going to understand it. Do you understand? So it is not something that is hard. Can you navigate us to the autocomplete on the platform? Okay, let me go back. So the autocomplete. So the don't sync. Let me finish with this with Kana question. So the don't sync now. They created the don't sync because there is a whole lot of data now, and people need when you are creating a product now, you need a data that would actually you need a real-time data where you can get a real-time data that would actually be able to that your platform can work with. So now platform now are reaching out to do now that okay, we want to work with data. Can you give us access to your API? People do this a lot, get access to API. So now they created this don't save. And then the most interesting part about this don't save is that when you create you can use one API now to access multiple chains. So you can use that one API. Before it is just one API. When you are looking for an API now, maybe I want to work with a data now. I have to start getting API from this place, from Solana, from anywhere, and then joining them together, different API, writing code to join them together. But now you can use one API now. They have already created the structure for you. One API to access all these words, blockchains. Do you understand? So you see, it is a big deal for them. It's not. You can't get it anywhere. That's just it. That's why the don't say was created. That's one of the feature of the don't say. And I hope I'm able to answer your question also, Kana.
Yes, please.
All right. So now, if you want to go to the autocomplete, go to the setting under here, under the setting, and then enable autocomplete. Click on autocomplete. You understand? So that's it. So I think with that we are done with today's classes. Okay, so now some of the easy trend you can actually just I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes, I can hear you now. What's up?
Sorry, the last question you give answer to, that is what I want to ask. I don't see the screen clearly to see what you just did.
You don't have what?
Like, I didn't see the screen clearly to see how you did that.
Okay, so go to the setting. Go under the setting here. Under the setting. And then click on enable autocomplete. Click on what? Enable autocomplete. Please, you can mute your mic. Okay, so please go to enable autocomplete. So once you click on it, you are going to be getting the autocomplete the way I am getting mine here also. So now, any other question? Adefemi, please go on. Adefemi, you can unmute your mic. Easy friend, thank you very much. Thank you also. Thank you for hearing me out. Okay, so you can
I
go.
got lost when you I got lost when you added filter, when you added the dollar sign, and yes, that was why I got lost.
Okay, so are you in the Dun Africa group? Esther, are you in the Dun Africa group?
Yes, I'm on the group chat, sir.
Okay, so the recording session is going to be added soon. It's going to be shared. But before that, let me just where you got lost where I added what?
The dollar filter. on the amounts
Okay,
USD.
dollar filter. So let me explain it to you. So now we have what? You have your first what? You have your first what?
Column.
Your first column, your second column, your third column, your fourth, and this is your last column, which is what? Fifth. So what you can do now here is what? You come to this your fifth column here under this place, and then click on what? Click on it. So there's a format already. So what I just did is what? I didn't distort this format. I just placed dollar sign at the front. Do you understand? So that the dollar sign now is now going to reflect it. So even if I put Naira sign, let's say Naira, it's going to show what? Naira. Why is it not showing Naira? Oh no, there's problem. Oh my god. Hey, dollar, Naira. Ah, okay. Okay, okay. We'll not talk. We'll not talk. But this is how I did it. So but I think it has a selected type of number that is type of symbol that is accept. It has a selected type of symbol that you accept. So that's just it for now. I think with that, we are going to call today class a day. Oh my god. Okay, Zandu, please ask your question.
Yes, yes, and mine is not specific question. It's about this query results sections. The view is very limited. I can only see one particular row. So I'm asking if you can guide me to like make the view better.
Okay, see what you do.
Okay, sir.
See what you do. See what you do. You adjust it. You can see this dot. You adjust it. You can adjust it.
Okay,
So have you seen
okay,
it?
sir. Yes, sir. Okay, I've seen it, sir. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. You're welcome. Okay, Yakubu, you can go next.
Okay, sorry. I missed the last session. Yes, and I would love to
Okay,
catch up. Could you please share the
okay.
recording? I don't know where I can
Yeah.
do the
You know
recording
what? I
from.
will share it. Are you on the group?
Which group? The one on Telegram.
Telegram group. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. I'm on the
Please
group.
request for it there. Request for it there. I'm going to share it to you.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. So Zandu again. I think this is the last question I'll take. Okay, I think.
Okay, no, I don't ask a question, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. GM.
How many are you? Oh, but people don't leave. Oh. Why are people? Okay. Um,
It's nice being with you guys. Goodbye.